What's up YouTube, it's Austin, and the Black Ops Cold War beta is officially over. Now we won't be able to play the game until its full release in about a month. I'm going to be going over my experience with the beta and give my honest opinion on Black Ops Cold War. I'll also do a little bit of a comparison to Modern Warfare, the last installment in the COD franchise. The beta also gave us a teaser look at Cold War Warzone. Let's get this review started. To start off, I want to make it clear that I really enjoyed the Cold War beta, but there are definitely some issues that they need to fix. I'm going to go back and forth between some pros and cons that I found within the beta. One major thing that was improved in Cold War was going back to 3-lane maps and base 6v6 multiplayer. COD got away from one of its core elements in their previous installments and tried to do too much with their maps. Look at the base maps in Modern Warfare. Piccadilly, Ramaza, and St. Petrograd to name a few. All are awful maps. Modern Warfare was a camper's paradise in large part due to the style of these maps. And Infinity Ward broke the #1 cardinal rule. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Treyarch went back to the old 3-lane maps, which rejuvenated the series, in my opinion, because its fast-paced action is back, Call of Duty's calling card. And Cartel and Miami are better than any original map from MW's base game. If you look at the fan favorite map that actually was new in Modern Warfare, I would have to say it's probably Shoot House, and that's because it was a 3-lane small map, fast-paced action. COD is an arcadey shooter. Don't try to make it a realistic game. That's more Battlefield's MO. COD, arcade. Do it. An issue that's been plaguing COD in recent years is hackers, and that still hasn't changed in this beta. For a AAA game title to have hackers right off the start, it just isn't okay. They need to have some type of anti-cheat software and actually ban IP addresses instead of accounts. It's been shown that within Warzone, hackers only get their accounts banned, not their IP address or their monitor, but they just keep on making accounts over and over again and keep on cheating because they aren't really doing anything to stop them. So I don't get how this is still going on, but I think the community is fed up at this point. I certainly know I am. I've heard a lot of differing opinions on the graphics of this game, but I personally love them. Treyarch graphics have always been a little bit more arcadey in comparison to Infinity Ward's more realistic ones, but I enjoy the more vibrant colors rather than just the muted grays and browns of Warzone/Modern Warfare multiplayer. It's kind of depressing looking at that game for a really long period of time. So some of you may disagree with this take, but everyone can agree that these are the best graphics in a Treyarch game to date, and I just think they look really crisp and nice. Now for yet another controversial topic, snipers in Call of Duty. Some people say snipers are OP, and others say they get way too many hit markers. I think a solution that could help out this whole problem is adding flinch to snipers. If I'm shooting someone with an AR and I hit them with 3 shots, and you can just turn and aim down sights and shoot me with 1 shot up close and eliminate me, that's just a problem. If they add flinch to snipers and make the 1-hit area a little bit bigger so there's less hit markers, I think that would be the best solution, because I don't think it should be easier to use a sniper at close range than a shotgun. That's not how it's supposed to work. The quick scoping in this game is just way too easy right now. This fix makes using a sniper take more skill and you get less hit markers. I think everyone can be happy with that. The weapons in Cold War work like classic Treyarch games. You might be wondering what I mean by that. Have you ever noticed how in Infinity Ward games it's always easier to aim? That's because the Black Ops franchise has always had more recoil, making the weapons require more skill to use. Obviously, there's always lower and higher recoil weapons, but even the lowest recoil weapon in this game kicks more than most of the Modern Warfare weapons. There's nothing like the Kilo or Bruin in this game. I personally like this approach to weapons better because it makes you focus more on attachments that you use on your class, and it also makes it a little bit more challenging to aim. You can't just get people all the way across the map beaming you, even if they aren't that good. The kill streaks are a bit unbalanced within Cold War, and what I mean by that is the attack helicopter is bad, and the chopper gunner is an unstoppable force while it's in the air. And the score difference between getting them is only 1,000 apart. So either they're going to have to buff the attack helicopter, make it less score to get, or make the chopper gunner take more score to achieve. Also, why does Treyarch always put an RCXD car as a kill streak in their games? That thing is so annoying when you get eliminated by it. And the chopper gunner is a great kill streak. I feel like Treyarch has always had Well, not always, but in recent memory, Treyarch has had a lot better kill streaks than Infinity Ward, and that doesn't really stop here. The create a class system within Cold War is really nice. I like how they laid it out, and how you can see exactly how your attachments affect your weapons. Before, an attachment would say it reduces recoil, but you wouldn't really know by how much. But within this game, it just shows you right there when you go into the class setup, whereas before you would have had to look up like a YouTube in-depth video on a specific weapon to see what the attachments did and how they affected the weapons. And then I think it's really nice that they brought back wildcards, which haven't been in Call of Duty for a while now, but there's just one of them that seems really overpowered. It gives you 6 perks, and it just is way superior to any of the other wildcards, so I think they need to nerf that a little bit and do a better job of balancing them. But maybe if you just, instead of giving 3 extra perks for that one, you only gave 1 extra perk, it would be much more balanced and everyone wouldn't be using that one. The movement in this game feels effortless and smooth. COD still is the best feeling FPS, but it seems like the sliding mechanics and mantling features seem to have been fine-tuned with something that was already great. COD is always known for being the best FPS shooter, and I don't think that's changed in this installment. One thing that still hasn't been perfected is connection. It has improved as the beta's gone along, but it seemed like every handful of games you would experience some server issues, which makes the game frustrating to play at times. Hopefully they got some good information and data from the beta to correct it for the full release, but it is COD, and they've always had problems with their servers, so I don't know if we should be holding our breath for this to be changed anytime soon. Just hopefully it occurs less and less. Then one little detail that really bugs me on the map Cartel is the bushes in the middle of the map that are basically the Harry Potter invisibility cloak. As soon as they hop in them, they vanish out of thin air. It's nearly impossible to spot people when they're sitting in them, and it's just kind of annoying and frustrating to get killed by people just chilling in the bushes. So if they could just make players be visible through the foliage, that would be great. I don't know if I'd consider them overpowered, because that doesn't seem like the correct word for it. It just seems like a map exploit that's kind of annoying. Now finally, we're going to be talking about the multiplayer mode that seems to tease some Warzone mechanics. Fire Team Dirty Bomb. You start off the match by hopping out of a plane. Sound familiar? Then you have 3 armor plates you can put on. There's chests. When you get knocked, you can be revived, and then there's even self-revive kits as well. I believe Treyarch put this mode in the beta so they can test out weapons and connections for larger lobbies, because their servers have always had issues, so they need to make sure that they can hold up in a battle royale styled mode. And then for weapons, they had to test out the damage profiles to make sure they worked with the extra health. And I just really think they thought they were being slick, but this just confirmed to me that next year we're getting a brand new Cold War styled Warzone, which I think I can say for everyone watching this video is that we're excited. I would love to see an 80s themed Warzone and just see what Treyarch can do with it. Overall, I love the beta and think Cold War's multiplayer will be better than Modern Warfare's. Just to be transparent, I've always enjoyed Treyarch made games more than Infinity Ward's, especially recently. Infinity Ward made Ghosts and Infinite Warfare. Enough said. Let me know if you enjoyed this beta and are looking forward to playing zombies in Cold War. That's going to wrap up this video. Peace.